That paused my video. I was too excited to take a B-roll. Okay, the sun is actually really nice, which sucks. Because I'm gonna have to spend the day inside. And because no one's home today, I could technically, like, if I didn't have to do something upstairs on my computer that I can't put anywhere else, if I didn't have to do that, I could literally, I'd just be chilling outside. Like, literally just laying there doing nothing. But, can't do that. Alright, crispy noodle time. It's literally, oh my god. Oh my god. It's like eating, like... Imagine eating a raw noodle, but it tastes cooked. What is your purpose? I don't know. Well, they're not bad, and I suppose it is, like, a food. Ew. I touched my nose. So the thing I have to work on today is a portrait for my for my grand aunt, which is the sister of my grandfather, because it's her birthday next Monday, and I was really smart and didn't start until, like, yesterday, basically. No, like, even 2 days ago in the middle of the night. So I haven't been sleeping that well. Because I've just been, like, trying to work on that at the latest hour. And it's so hard to concentrate, dude. Because it's not going well. Like, when something's, oh my god, dude. And when something's not going well, obviously it's, like, not fun. So, like, even though I really enjoy, oh my freaking god, these things are hooked into each other. Girls, what is happening? Yeah, it's not that fun. And so I haven't been having much fun with it. And I'm also thinking I might be getting into art block again. Which really sucks. Because today it's Friday, early noon, 1 p.m. And this shit has to be done, like, by Sunday, essentially, because I don't want to be, like, working on it on Monday and then sending it to her, like, at, like, the evening. I don't know, man. I procrastinate a lot on everything, all the time. It's who I am. The machine is coming back. Okay. I think they went into their house. Never mind. Guys, what's happening? So I have to truly lock in and figure something out, because it has to be done today, essentially. Because Saturday I'm not going to be here, which is tomorrow. Sunday, I'm probably planned out as well. Mm. And so I guess I could do it at Sunday evening, but if I'm hanging out with friends on Sunday, I don't want to, like we're gonna go swimming if it all works out correctly. Strange noodle shape. And then if you're, like, swimming during the daytime, and then go home in the evening, you're not, like, in the, like mood to sit down and draw at your PC. I probably would be too tired, you know? Which is really unfortunate, the way that I've gone about it. And also the fact that I'm, like, not eating anything makes me unable to really take my medicine. Because if I don't eat anything, hello bug, and then I eat the medicine, and then I take the medicine, makes me feel nauseous. Makes me tired starting 4 p.m. and, like, in such a sense that I'm, like, super drowsy and I can't really do anything. I can't focus on anything. And for that to not happen, I need to eat, like, an actual proper, like, full meal before taking them during noon, which is not something that often happens, because I'm not a cooking person, and I don't like when I do cook, which is only when I'm alone, because I don't like people, like, watching me and, like, judging me for the things that I, like, eat and how I'm making them and everything. And there's always someone in this house. Because my mom's boyfriend is, like, he's retired, so he's just always here, aside from, like, today, where he's in his other home, in, like an hour away, because he's rich, so he owns, like, 2. It's like, if there's not anything, like, in the house that I can take and immediately eat, I'm not going to be eating anything, really. And I don't take my meds and everything's horrible. It just sucks, you know. There's pollen flying through the air. Anyway. This is long enough, I think. I gotta finish my food, and then I gotta go upstairs into the darkness of my room. Because today would be such a good day for me to take my bike and ride up to the channel, which is like a human-made river, if you didn't know. And just sit there, because it's surrounded by, like, really beautiful nature, kind of a bit further away from the city, so you can only see all the houses and, like, the distance on the horizon line. And it's, like, directly in the sun, because there's only trees somewhat around it with, like, a good distance, so they're not casting super big shadows on the grass around the channel, because it's raised, right? It's, like, kind of a little hill, and then inside of the hill, that's where the channel is. So you can, like, lay on the side and, like, walk on it, which a lot of people walk there with their dogs, because it's just really nice. I went there recently, and just with my bike, and barely anyone is there, like, ever, even when the weather is super, super nice. And so I went there, and I just kind of, like, hung out there for, like, 2.5 hours, just laying and drawing, and that's kind of it. That's all I did in the sun, and it was awesome. And I would really like to do that again today, but it's, like, just spending, like, a couple hours away is, like, already gonna break, like, my streak of drawing, and so I have to, like, it's gonna break my locking in. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today, hopefully. I'm not gonna get up from my computer until I finish that portrait. I want to at least be able to flat color it and then maybe cell shade it a little bit and then add some fancy overlay or something to make it look a little better. And I feel bad kind of half-assing this job for her because she's really interested in my art, and like for months, and by months I mean like it's been a while. I only see her every couple of months, like maybe 4 or 5 times a year, but we text sometimes, and a few times that we've seen each other, she's like kind of been, I think, asking for me to like draw her, kind of, but she doesn't know how to say it. Like, she's just kind of like, oh yeah, can you do that thing with like the movement thing? I think she's asking for something animated. I think. I don't know. We've never really we've never been in a position where we could have like finished the conversation, because it was always like in these like weird in between, like we're waiting for something else to happen, and then she asks me that, and then the other thing happens, and it's like, oh, let's talk about this later, and then we never do. So maybe I'll have to like slap in some animation frames, some simple ones, which would be really annoying, because that's a lot of extra time. So maybe I won't do that. But my biggest problem with it at the moment is literally just stylizing her face. That's usually something I really like doing because I'm kind of good at it sometimes. I think I'm good at recognizing what makes a person recognizable and then putting it into my own style. But this time it just hasn't really been working. Like, I've made the sketches, but they're just not like, they're not looking like her. They're like an old lady, but they're not recognizably like, oh, this is her, like when you look at it. It's really strange. And like, it's not like her age group, because that's always a little bit daunting. When you're someone that only like usually draws people of a certain age group, which is most likely the case if you're a younger artist, you're going to be drawing people around your age, or probably like only into like their mid-20s, because that's also like most characters in like most media are around that age. People don't tend to really get over 50 maybe. And so I just like the stylized version of old people that I do is literally, which I haven't drawn a real old person like properly. Like, okay, well I have though, but that was like where I was drawing like an exact picture, so maybe that was a little easier, and maybe I was just having a good day that day. But it's like how do you properly stylize like a person to look like they actually like aged, you know? Like, where do you put wrinkles and stuff like that, because you kind of need to know a little bit about face structure for that. And like, there's also the other thing about the fact that I'm drawing an older woman, and like even when I draw my mom sometimes, and she's in her mid-50s now, who's approaching 60. It's crazy to say. Also crazy that she's like gaining a lot of white hair. It's really weird. Like, oh my god, why is she doing that? Haha. No, what I was saying is because like older women of the generation in between, like someone who's like in their 40s to older now, starting from their 40s, I feel like that's like the generation where I think it's like Gen X and everything else, everything before that, those are still very into like toxic diet culture, and a woman's life is over after she's like 30 and gains like a little bit of weight or something. And they're like super obsessed with like their looks, and especially a lot of women are really in that age group are really scared of being perceived as non-feminine, and like femininity, this is going into such a different direction than I originally planned, and femininity is often literally just defined as like petite and like soft and young, and like you have to be looking like you're 20 for like all of forever, which isn't an attainable thing. You're gonna age and you're gonna still be a woman, girl. It's fine. But those people haven't really ever connected with that part of themselves, really. And so I'm always very scared when I'm drawing older women that when I think it looks good and it looks accurate to how they look in real life, they're gonna see it and be like, oh my god, this looks like too man-ish, or like this person is like too old. Like, do I really look like that? And I'm scared of hearing comments like, oh my god, like, is that really what I look like? Because it's like, oh my god. Because then they assume that it's like malicious or something. Like one time when I had to, like, I still haven't finished this commission. My mom literally commissioned me like ages ago. Originally for New Year's, but she hadn't paid me ever, so I kind of kept forgetting about it. And she also forgot to ask me, so it's kind of a mutual forgetfulness. And I like drew her like a much more caricature-y style, which is what she requested. And specifically also in a different, like, it was not my native style, I'm just gonna say that. Like that. It's very different to how I usually draw, and it was like, I may have talked about this on the channel before. She was like, oh my god, the forehead of this character is too small. That makes me look stupid. Like, it looks like there's no brain in there. And like the nose is way too big. Please make the nose smaller, because she's got like major insecurity about her nose. Her nose is fine. Looks like a normal human nose. It's like a regular fucking size. It's kind of downturned, and a little bit rounder at the front. So it doesn't encompass the super carefully crafted, super pointy, little, like, white lady nose that is supposed to be like what her beauty standard is or whatever. But like, it's fine. It's literally fine. Like, she gets people get insecure about the randomest stuff. And so I'm like kind of scared of doing that, because my grandaunt, she has got, like, as I perceive it in maybe, she's got like a more like squared out face, which is also something that women are super afraid of, having like a jaw that's too large or whatever. But I also don't want to like draw her differently to how I think she would want to be depicted ideally, because I want to have it be like accurate, real, and stuff. I don't know, that's kind of what I'm scared of, and I've been talking for a long ass time. I still have not finished my noodles. They're still here. I throw them away. They're not fun to eat. I'm having a hard time literally crunching down on these bad boys. Anyway, the robot's doing something weird. Yeah, I gotta lock in pretty soon. It's literally almost 2 p.m. Jesus Christ.